true. But yeah, I think as well when it comes to Palutena, I mean, yeah, she just seemed like her speed is something that's really right. You know, obviously the nair, like the neutral air strings are very, very nice and clean. This is a really annoying thing to deal with as well. Like it's very, very good for like just kind of like forcing and like pressurizing in really, really weird scenarios. You can kind of like, especially if you like do explosive flame into that, because it kind of forces you to move from that, and then you cover their options with that decision as well.
And Afro, you can see already, he's being forced into action. He was wanting to get himself set up with a charge shot, something, you know, just settle into neutral. And the way that Poptart was being aggressive with that auto reticule,
yeah,
just forced him into playing a lot more melee style.
And also because of I think that the tilts coming out from Palutena, just seeing them, they're one of those things that like they had nice hitboxes, but their frame data wasn't the best, and it's punishable because of, you know, how heavy it was, you know, how like easy it was to get out of shield and punish from it. So the tilting side of Palutena's game is a lot stronger.
I am just watching Poptart move and groove, and I just this is
the thing.
Serious stuff.
Her speed is so good. You know, she's got great strength coming out from, you know, as you say, we have the auto reticule, we have explosive flame. They're powerful move.
I really wish they'd named them things that was slightly easier to say in the heat of the moment, but
well, EF and AR.
Back throw not quite enough to do it there.
That is a kill throw as well, which is, well, on the ledge, yeah.
I was about to say, not from center stage, I don't think. Down smash.
Yeah, I think, yeah, Afro had like grabbed the ledge and then dropped, so it was long enough that he was able to kind of like get rid of the recovery frames. So nice punish coming out. Up B.
Poptart was showing off a little bit of his movement a second ago, where he was doing some of the teleport tricks on Battlefield. You can still teleport and then edge cancel and move freely.
I was watching Hitei do that at Wave Smash like last weekend or the weekend before. He was getting very fancy with his edge cancels. And they can be used really well as well.
Oh, absolutely. But this is just domination from Poptart. It really doesn't look like there's an option for Afro. Since the kind of mixed initial start, it's just been Poptart all the time.
Yeah, definitely in control right now. Afro really kind of yet to put his stamp on this game.
He just hasn't had the chance to find his footing.
Yeah, and also like the thing is, like a lot of the things that he would be able to follow up on and kind of like find a way in and get from, you know, the decisions he's making and the options he's choosing, it just isn't the case, because Palutena is so fast that she's able to kind of like evade and get around in between things. Very nice. There's the charge shot on the edge.
Gosh, that looked anemic. He was at over 100% and barely went anywhere.
Just keeping his evasive nature on the edge. Goes to the up air onto stage, but Poptart is staying very wisely away from the edge.
Poptart is perfectly willing to be patient, take his time, get his punishes where he can get them. Don't want to force the kill move at the moment. Finally takes the stock, but at 140% on his second.
Yeah, depending on how well Afro can do in terms of
never
mind. Depending on how well Afro was going to do in terms of stock, there we go. So the edge cancel into landing back air. Very, very nice. Because obviously the back air does have shield as well, being a shield itself.
Absolutely.
It's very, very nice, kind of like just like disrupting your opponent's groove. Because if they're like going, oh, they're evading into the center, I can punish. Then you immediately land like, you know, edge cancel back air. Scary. You have to respect that option.
Man, I am enjoying seeing Afro finally find a bit of footing.
Yeah, finding his footing, yeah, for sure. Explosive Flame actually punishes missile startup. Amazing.
This is impressive from Poptart.
Yeah, Nair just catching as well. Ooh, man.
As you mentioned earlier, this is a character that Poptart didn't play in Smash 4. It's coming into it completely fresh. And doing so with relish.
There's
big back air.
I'll do it, but you can see the percentage deficit. It's going to be. It should be just a simple bit of work from Poptart. Simple, just getting off the edge. There's the edge guard. The explosive frame comes out. You can see got the spacing right. saw that he was like in line with the bounce, and then threw out the explosive flame. Waited very, very nicely. Really good against intergalactic bounty hunters, but struggles with carrots.
Apparently so. Well, let me tell you something. I think that Samus was finally finding her footing there, but Afro is going to have an upper battle for game 2. It's just, that's so difficult.
Yeah.
I'm really thinking that he's going to have to come up with a different game plan, because what he was doing, it wasn't working for him.
Yeah. I'm just looking down at the bracket to kind of keep you guys updated about how things are going. Just because I think it's interesting. Rambos put Aperture out in...
Rambos put Aperture out. That's good
round,
work.
Loses round 1, 2-1. Crispy put out Respect. Hite is out, losing to Stranger SA.
Stranger has been putting on a show today.
I don't know this person.
Northern player.
Okay.
Kind of came out of nowhere at the end of Smash 4.
Yeah, I was a little bit less around for Smash 4's like, hey,
to make some waves, yeah.
Yeah.
They put Aperture into losers, I believe.
Ixis Norgus is out of the tournament.
It's by Sandy. I don't know Sandy.
Sandy, who then beat Stranger 2-1, and is facing Enki currently, who is in losers as well. Interesting. But we're on PS1. Not the console, boys and girls. Not the console. Don't start getting silly.
I thought for a moment there that Afro hadn't saved his second jump.
Second jumps in this game seem so important.
They are definitely valuable. At the moment, I'm finding the offstage situation so stressful at all times.
It's that's the thing. Like, people have a lot more. You can get a little bit more aggressive off stage. So like, you know, recovery is much more specific, and I like that, because we're gonna see like edge guarding is gonna hopefully become a bit more of like a bigger part of the game.
Oh, very nice from Afro there. Afro's been a bit scrappier this time around. He's pressuring Palutena a bit more. As I say that, he disengages, but I really like the fact that he's been willing to throw some punches instead of just taking his time.
Yeah, going for the grab, kind of seeing Poptart go for the ooh, wow, very nice.
Big up tilt.
Going for the counter, didn't work out. Up tilt does catch, and that's a lead for Afro in the second game. Goes for the reverse aerial rush, back air.
Oh, that flame is just
getting
so
high.
oppressive.
Oh, goes for a nair off stage, not enough to knock down. Oh, wow.
Good roll.
That was a very nice timed roll. Short hop down air, is that a thing?
And Afro doing a really nice job of holding the stage.
I think he's finding his footing a little bit more, as you said. Understanding a little bit more about what he can do to find his way around what Palutena is throwing out.
So the reason that Poptart's going for that down tilt as Afro's recovering is that if it hits, it just pops you up, a bit like Mellow Roy's down tilt.
Yeah.
Just pops you up into comfortable combo distance.
That now going to be taking the stock for Afro, so 2-2 for both. Which is, I think low percent is really scary, actually, well, just in Smash as a whole, because you just combo fodder at low percent.
Absolutely, great. And you know, at 50%, it's obviously a lead, especially when you're playing a character like Samus. But
I think tried
called
to get
out the auto reticule there. Afro's doing a great job.
Yeah, this is much stronger from him. Oh, wow, okay, yeah, brave to go for that, but yes, yeah.
Afro calling out some of these options.
Yeah, it was brave to go for the get-up, take it, the get-up attack the way he did, but then Afro's just, I think, you know, just taking his time a little bit more. He's trying to see the options, and I think that's the nice thing, you know, as you say, calling out these options. We've seen Poptart be very, very fast-paced, very, very aggressive, and just trying to get almost playing like a rush-down kind of style in a way, and just always being a menace. But then Afro's kind of like, as you're saying, he's being disruptive, but then disengages at the right time to kind of like just to ask questions of Poptart.
Absolutely, and you know, in the mid-range, I initially, from the way that the match started with all the auto reticules and the explosive flame, I thought maybe Afro would be in a slight disadvantage, but the way he's adapted to what Poptart was doing is just so impressive, and he's now made that mid-range his own. Good bit of recovery from him in the last ledge situation. Now he's taking the opportunity to put some pressure on of his own. Good dash attack. That's another one of those moves from Palutena that has a shield aspect.
Yeah.
Poptart rolling on the ledge to try and get behind for that back throw. That's the option he's looking for at the moment.
There's a jab that will come out. Yeah, you can see like Afro's doing a much better job of disengaging when it's disadvantageous to him.
Trying to roll behind on the ledge, and there's the dash attack, completely different from Smash 4. It's a kill option rather than a combo tool.
Yeah, he used to pop everyone up, didn't he, beforehand?
Can you get your ass over there, please? 0-1.
What's the option? Up throw? Not going to do it. Afro has done such a good job weaving around these situations, but
yeah, it's going to come out. Yeah, so Afro down to his last stock potentially. We'll see what Poptart can do to bring this back. But Afro's kind of like more methodical approach, just letting Poptart approach him a lot more, and it's kind of like playing. I think kind of getting in a bit more to that Smash 4 mindset in a way. It may not. It may just be the fact that that's just how Samus just thrives as a whole.
Yeah, absolutely, and I really think that Afro has. Ooh, that was a brave option.
Almost. That was almost enough.
Yeah, I really feel like
that is enough.
That is enough. That is enough. I was about to say that.
Everyone's always saying, everyone's like saying, we'll start with the dial or the radar being like large, small, and maybe get rid of it. I think it's a really interesting and important thing to have on. I love the radar.
I've been enjoying the radar, actually. I didn't think I'd be a fan, but...
I don't know why you wouldn't think you'd be a fan. Because it shows you, it gives you visuals of the blast zones.
It does, and...
that's like the most... That's great.
It is. It's very handy. But yeah, I'm definitely a convert. I'm into it.
It's good.
Some discussion here. The stage striking process is a bit slow at the moment, just because there's so much to keep in mind. But
I think that's good. I'm going to call it out right now. I'm going to say it absolutely right here. When I think there was an American team who went Bosch like 6 stages or whatever it was, immediately with their thing, I was like, just completely. It's much easier to start big and then like count it down and like take things out. It's harder to reinstate things. And the thing is like I find that a lot of counter picks just tend to be slightly less than neutrals, and it's like these counter picks don't have enough character. In them. Having a large, this is a large.
It is a large stage list,
but there's without trying these out in a new setting, we're not going to really learn what is good and bad.
No, it's absolutely true.
There is some things like Lilac Cruise. We've seen that is a silly stage. And I used to be pro Lilac. I'm like, yeah, generally we shouldn't be having that one right now. It's a bit silly. But like, some of these things that we have here, like Skylar, for example, I'm a big fan of Skylar. It's a really interesting stage and what it brings.
Absolutely true. It's part of the reason I was so disappointed to hear that we wouldn't be running with WarioWare, which is a very small stage, but one that I think has a really interesting layout.
Yeah,
I really enjoy playing on.
So far, Poptart getting the lead, but oh wow, it was actually Afro who landed his down air first there.
Nice tech by Poptart though. He was absolutely ready for the situation.
The point is, I just like character in my stages, so,
I completely agree. What I've really enjoyed from Poptart in this initial sequence is that he's been so willing to use his counter / reflect.
Yeah, the thing is, like, the counter reflect change was a nice change to Palutena, giving her like
nice
variable options.
Afro, 2-piece.
Dash attack, shield.
The upstage has been so interesting in this
back through. Not going to be enough.
Not enough.
But yeah, just getting that fair sweet spot, it seemed as well. That'll be nice.
And that's really the first time that Poptart's gone out there with something other than Explosive Flame.
Mr. Scuddles and Kibzu, 205.
Back throw.
Mr. Scuddles, Kibzu.
Do you know if Palutena can wall jump? Because I have no idea.
I don't think she can. I haven't seen it, at least. I haven't tried it myself.
It's another dynamic to this stage that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Didn't initially come to mind. Nice dash attack there.
Forward tilt kiss coming out to punish that. Ooh!
Called out the option again, but Poptart with immaculate DI.
Yeah, just about to. Oh, and another one. That should be enough. Yeah.
Afro being really aggressive with the reads on these charge shots, and it's paying off. Again, we're seeing Poptart roll to get his back towards the ledge in the hopes that Afro might neutral get up and allow him to get a back throw in.
Yeah. Oh, very, very good. There's the explosive flame into the up air. Very nice to do that. Reflector coming out.
And Poptart really is moving and grooving at this point.
I think at this point, what Poptart might need to do is just notice that Afro is going for a lot of roll on stages, especially when he's near when he's near the edge for sure. And it's like might be able to get some nice punishes out from that. Explosive Flame comes out. Afro phases back with the bomb lay.
Oh, neutral, neutral, neutral. Both these players have such a good understanding of when to go in and when to be patient. It's been really enjoyable to watch how the way they played neutral has developed over the 3 games. Back throw, up throw, but not enough.
There, coming out.
Nice little extension there with the...
wow, forward smash, nice to see.
Gosh, that grab really is so slow. And you know in your head that it's slow because it always is, but...
When you see someone punish it like 50 billion years after it's thrown out, yeah, you're like, oh, okay.
That really is very slow.
That is 14,000 frames long.
Oh, and that's not enough, and not even close, surprisingly, but Afro doing a really nice job of taking control, just holding the middle of the stage for a few moments, keeping Poptart pinned to the ledge. Brave option for Poptart, but that's going to be the kill. Hitting with yet another charge shot. Afro has been so aggressive with his charge shots this game, and it's just about brought him the lead. Oh, don't touch my shield.
Afro, yeah, bringing this back very, very nicely as well. That's the thing. Oh, very nice.
There's that 2-piece.
Poptart suddenly feeling a lot more pressure. That get up was very, very well timed. Landing there into the fair, into another fair. Falling there as well. Oh, here we go. When will Afro throw it out? That's the question.
Absolutely. Is Poptart ready for it?
Afro's very good at this. This is what we saw a lot in Smash 4. He's very good at like tempering behavior. But like throwing out these like short hop sets. Tries to kind of like force options from his opponent, trying to figure out where they're landing, where their like priorities are in terms of their grounded movement, and then throws out the charge at the right time.
Oh, and he's got him. What a snipe! And again, it's the charge shot that gets the kill.
Very good with it. And after how strong the game 1 was from Poptart, we saw a wonderful turnaround from Poptart. What I'm going to do then, from Afro, I'm going to jump out and let Verd jump in with you to take us through to top 8 and then, or top 6, wherever, and then Viram and I will be jumping on a little bit later. Thank you very much indeed, Interrobang. It's been fun.
It has indeed.
I'll leave you with Verd and enjoy the rest of the games. I'll see you guys soon.
Boy.
Oh boy, this chair's not as stable as I thought it was.
Oh no, don't put your feet on the thing there.
Yeah, I just used it to push myself over. That wasn't a good idea.